Hey, Danny Ray with PinnacleQuote Life Insurance Specialist. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about today about a very important topic that a lot of clients out there aren't aware of when they shop for life insurance. It's high blood pressure, hypertension. Okay, it can have a adverse effect on life insurance, and the biggest questions I have asked to me is how can high blood pressure or hypertension or treated or medicated blood pressure that's treated affect your life insurance rates? Now, unfortunately for many, high blood pressure usually raises life insurance premiums, okay, and can make the process of actually obtaining a life insurance policy very difficult or expensive. I mean, of course, the worse your blood pressure is, the worse it can affect your life insurance rates. Now, life insurance companies out there, they really want to learn the specifics of your high blood pressure issues. Okay, what's basically, what's your average blood pressure reading, okay, in the last year? Are you taking certain medications? How many medications are you taking? When did you start those medications? Has the doctor found a nice level of medications for you that's going to head and stabilize your blood pressure? Okay, how are you treating it? Are you exercising? Okay, these are all relevant questions that are basically that want to be answered by the underwriter or the carrier that you apply with. Now, the good news is that there are some life insurance companies out there, not many, that won't punish you, okay, for having high blood pressure issues. Here at PinnacleQuote, we have relationships with over 50 carriers, and I have a handful that specializes in high blood pressure issues. All right, they're very lenient. Okay, now a lot of questions I get asked as well is why is hypertension disconcerting to life insurance companies? The old saying is with high blood pressure, it's a silent killer, right? Okay, the biggest issues that can arise from having high blood pressure is just having a stroke. Okay, 75 million people in this country, adults, 75 million adults have high blood pressure being treated. So the biggest health issues that arise with blood pressure or hypertension is obviously stroke, kidney failure, heart attacks, heart disease, heart failure, just to name a few. Sleep apnea, big deal with that, and also damaging the arteries and aneurysms over a period of time of having hypertension. Now, these potential health issues cause people with hypertension to be considered as a high-risk life insurance individuals. Okay, of course, there are more potential complications that come with hypertension. Okay, but as long as they are non-life threatening, they are not as concerning with life insurance companies. Now, remember, life insurance companies, they don't want you to die because then they have to cut a check, right? So if you're taking medications and you have it stabilized, okay, then they're happy. The preferred rates, the best rates are available for you. Okay, now those of you that aren't very well aware of how they look at it, blood pressure readings affect how basically blood pressure readings affect life insurance. Is people with high blood pressure must learn to keep track of their blood pressure readings, keep a log, okay, in order to monitor their condition, and also the blood pressure readings is a ratio with two numbers. The top number, or the upper number, is called a systolic, okay? The bottom number, or the lower number, is diastolic. Okay, now a normal reading for blood pressure is usually about 120/80 or less. Okay, that's usually normal blood pressure. Now, pre-hypertension is anywhere from 120 to 139/80 to 89. Okay, that's when you're creeping up, and some insurance carriers will start to assess that risk and give you a different rate. Hypertension stage 1 is from 140 to 159 or 90 to 99. Okay, right then and there you're on medications, and that will adversely affect your rate. Okay, hypertension stage 2, you'd be at about 160/100 or higher. You probably should be in the ER right now and being admitted some sort of medications. Okay, you definitely have an issue, high risk. All those ailments, impairments that I've talked about before are very high risk at this point. And then they have what's called hypertensive crisis, where your blood pressure is over 180/110, and you should definitely be in the ER at that point. Okay. Now, as far as what life insurance company, well, one of the questions I get asked is, what do life insurance companies want to know about blood pressure medications? All right. They want to know how long you've been taking them. Even if they're adversely affecting I'm sorry, as far as if they are effectively lowering your blood pressure, okay, that can have a negative impact on life insurance. Okay, they want to make sure it's stable. Normally, life insurance carriers out there, they want to make sure that you have no elevated high readings the last 2 years. It's been pretty stable. Okay, your medication's been level for the last year. Those are really the most important things. No other health issues, diabetes, and so on and so forth. All right, they like to know what can really assist you in getting a better rate when you do have hypertension is that you're active. All right, you still work, you're moving around. Okay, you have family history. There's people in your family have hypertension. That leads to heart disease before the age of 60, heart attacks, strokes. They like to know that would adversely affect. Family history is a very big deal when it comes to getting life insurance. Okay, do you use tobacco? Because tobacco tends to have an adverse effect for your blood pressure as well. Okay, height, weight, cholesterol levels, and any other medical conditions that would adversely affect your blood pressure. Okay, it's also important to note that each life insurance company, again, is going to look at you differently. Like I explained before, their health assessment will vary drastically between carriers. And here at PinnacleQuote, we're experts in underwriting. And again, we do have a handful of carriers that will specialize in that. Okay, so how do you get a better life insurance rate with hypertension? You want to be proactive. Okay, there's several things you can do to help lower your life insurance rates when you do have hypertension. This includes consistent exercise, quitting smoking, cutting down alcohol drinks, beverages, eating healthy, and well-balanced meal. Okay, if your blood pressure is out of control, take the medications is probably your best option, but a life insurance company would prefer to see you with controlled heart rate while on medications than having an uncontrolled heart rate without. Okay, but keep in mind, just to recap, life insurance carriers, when you have blood pressure issues or hypertension, okay, you have, it will affect your rate. Okay, so the most important thing to be able to get that preferred rate is to make sure that you have no elevated readings the last 2 years. Your medications are stable for the last year. Okay, and as far as that's concerned, you have no other health issues that's going to adversely affect your rate as well. And there's a possibility you can get a preferred rate. Okay, most cases, again, if you have a stage 1 hypertension, you're probably going to be in the standard rate levels, possibly a table rated. Hypertension stage 2, definitely a table rated policy. Some carriers will decline you. All right, so with that being said, if you ever have any questions, you can feel free to give me a call at 855-380-3300 extension 2. And you can visit us at the website at PinnacleQuote.com. You can also schedule a time to speak through the access point there, where you can request an appointment and also ask me some questions on the chat box. So again, this is Danny Ray with PinnacleQuote, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, 855-380-3300, and make it a great day.